Is the one that you're seeing right now.
Yeah, we can see. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Again, thank you so much, everyone, for taking time to join the call for tonight's employee benefit session. So we'll basically be providing a general summary of some of the benefits provided under the insurance program of the company for the current policy period of 2022, which is with effect from 1st of October 2022 until the end of September next year. All right. So without further ado, allow me to move on now with the agenda for tonight. So basically, we'll be sharing details about the benefits, a quick summary or a brief summary of the benefits, the key enhancements or changes for the new policy period, and also we'll be giving you some steps or guide on how to navigate or to log in into the Great Benefits mobile app and as well as the Hey Ali mobile app for the telemedicine services. And also we'll be sharing with you some frequently asked questions and as well as the new workflow for GP visits in excess of the 10 visits under the outpatient clinical. And also the new contact details that you can refer to in case you would have some questions about the coverage or the program. Yeah. So for the benefits at a glance, employees are covered under group term life, group personal accident, and group hospital and surgical and major medical, which is the inpatient coverage. And this hospital and surgical and major medical are applicable to Singaporean PR and EP holders on plans B, C, E, and F. Right. And lastly, there's also a group outpatient GP or clinical or specialist. We call it SP as well. So this coverage will continue with a few changes or enhancements with effect from 1st of October 2022. All right. So the key changes for the benefits in terms of the benefits is first the removal of co-payment for visits at A&E Department of Government Restructured Hospitals. Second, the GP listing or the GP clinics has been expanded from 422 plus to 680 plus under the new panel listing. So you may actually use the mobile app, the Great Eastern mobile app, for you to navigate and refer to the clinic locator for you to choose any of the panel clinics that you may wish to visit, if should you need to do so. Then the third key enhancement for this year is also the online application of letter of guarantee or LOG, which you may need to request before admission to the hospital. So you can actually apply for this via the Great Benefits mobile app. Okay. This great mobile app will have a few features. First is the clinic locator that I've mentioned earlier. So this feature will allow you to search for panel clinics near to your place or near to the area that you are currently at. All right. So this feature, you just need to ensure that the GPS or location feature in the mobile phone is turned on so that you will be able to utilize this one. And secondly, using the mobile app, you will be able to view your e-card. So this is applicable for both member and dependents as well. And using the mobile app as well, you are able to submit your claims electronically. You may also view your benefits, and as mentioned earlier, you can also apply or request for the online LOG or letter of guarantee. And lastly, you will be able to access the telemedicine services via the Hey Ali mobile app. Telemedicine, or some may call it as well as teleconsultation. Okay, so Hey Ali mobile app will be sharing with you as well the quick steps on how you'll be able to log in or access these services. So third item here from the slide, you will be the co-payment will be made upfront at panel GP clinics. So for employees, the limit per visit is $45, and the co-payment at panel GP clinics is $5. Whereas for dependent, the maximum limit per visit is $40, and the co-payment is $10. Okay. The submission of the medical consultation claims, which is for the 11th to 14th visits, will be via the Great Benefits mobile app instead of Allegro. Later on, we'll be sharing with you the workflow or the flow for you to submit the claim via the app. And lastly, there will be a new point of contact that you can refer to in case you would have some questions about the benefits. All right, so moving on with the Great Benefits mobile app. Maybe some of you may not have downloaded yet this mobile app, so feel free to take up your phone and download or scan the QR code that we are flashing right now. So the main features of the mobile app, as mentioned earlier, is the clinic locator and also submission of the claim electronically and your e-card that you can access anytime. So you may download the Great Benefits via the email that you should have received or you will be receiving for new hires that will contain the login credentials. Alternatively, you may also scan this QR code. This is for available in App Store as well and Google Play. Okay. All right, so moving on with the login steps. So for employee, as an employee or the member of the coverage, from this page, you will be able to see the member type here. Okay, the member type, you have to select or choose the member being the employee who is covered under the insurance program. All right, step 2, for the user ID here, the user ID consists of 12 alphanumeric characters in the following format. The first to fourth character is your NRIC or PIN number. The last 4 characters of your NRIC or PIN number. Next is from 5 to 12. It will be your date of birth in a day, month, year format. So an example here, as you may see, is 345Z, which is the last 4 characters of an NRIC, and the last few digits are referring to your date of birth based on day, month, year format. All right, so do note that for the first time login, this will be your default password format. All right, so after your first login, you will be required to change your password for security purposes. So just for your guide, the password criteria is at least 8 characters in length, and it has to contain at least 1 lowercase letter and 1 uppercase letter and a special character that you may use. Okay, so please note, I'd like to reiterate that this is for the employee or member under the insurance program. All right, so step 3, please read the terms and conditions using the mobile app, and tick the button next to the terms and conditions as an acknowledgement, and you click the login button here for you to proceed further. Okay, so this is applicable to employee. Now the next slide is for dependents. So your dependents, your eligible dependents, will also be able to log in or access the mobile app, right? So I just allow me to highlight the dependents coverage will not be applicable to employees who join on or after 1st of October 2012. Sorry for the typo error. Correct. Sorry.
Yes, correct. It's sorry, it's 2012. That's right. Thank you. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you. Sorry for the typo error. So again, the dependents coverage will not be applicable to employees who join on or after 1st October 2012, except for job grade 11 and above. All right. So for dependents, as part of the step 1, right, you have to choose, or your dependent must choose the member type as dependent. And in terms of the user ID, it is similar to the employee. The first 4 characters is the last 4 characters of your NRIC or PIN number. And the next characters from 5 to 12 is the date of birth in day, month, year format of the dependent. Now, the difference is between the employee and dependent is that the default password for dependent is the date of birth form in in this format again. But this one cannot be changed for dependents. This will be your password by default. Unlike the employee, you will have the option to actually change it for security purposes as well. But for dependents, the date of birth will be the default password. All right. So similarly, in step 3, please read the terms and conditions as well using the mobile app and tick the button next to terms and conditions as an acknowledgement and tap on login for you to proceed further. All right. So now in terms of the setup of the authentication methods, the member or the dependent has to enter the mobile number to receive the one-time password or OTP notification. Step 2, please key in your email address for you to receive the claims notification. All right. Now, in terms of the features, there will be difference in terms of the features that will be available or accessible for employee and dependents. So this will be a sample screenshot of your mobile app showing the clinic locators, claims, ELOG, eCard, Hey Ali app, and of course the contact details. Now, all these 7 items here, employees will be able to access each and every item. So the clinic locator, the eCard, submit the claims electronically, you're viewing your benefits as well, and accessing the telemedicine services via Hey Ali and request for LOG electronically. Now, for dependents, if the dependent access the mobile app by themselves, the only features that they will be seeing is or our clinic locator, the eCard, and also the telemedicine services. Right. So allow me to highlight for the telemedicine services, employees, or rather the dependents must log in via the mobile app in order for them to use the telemedicine services. Okay. All right. Now, for the login on how to navigate or to proceed or to utilize the Hey Ali mobile app, yeah. This will be the steps that you may also follow. So once you landed on this page, you can click the Hey Ali icon here for you to access the telemedicine services. So for the first-time users, you will be directed to the Apple App Store or Google Play for you to download the mobile app, right? Now, once you log in, right? Okay, we would like to highlight this. Once you log in, choose the corporate login tab shown in the screenshot here. So tap on the corporate login, choose the program as Great Eastern, and the member type is member or dependent. All right. In terms of the user ID, this contains 12 alphanumeric characters as well in the following format. So the last 4 digits of your NRIC and PIN number. And then for 5 to 12 is also your date of birth in DD or day, month, year format as well. So the password will be your unique set of password that you will be using whenever you access the Hey Ali. Okay, and then tap on Login tab for the next step. Okay, so for the registration, please tap the sign up for a new account for you to register an account with Hey Ali. So you can skip to step 1C if you already have, in case you already have an existing individual account. Now, next step is for you to fill up the required fields to complete a one-time setup for Hey Ali. You can just ignore the last 2 items here, which is the clinic code and Ali partner code. But those items or those fields that has an asterisk, please fill them up for you to proceed further. Yeah. So like I said, if you already have an existing account in Hey Ali, there's no need for you to sign up again for a new one. You can just log in with your existing credentials, and then you just need to link to your corporate account. All right, so in terms of the OTP will be sent to your registered mobile number. So next one is you can tap on more for you to continue the setup in this mobile app. And then under the edit profile, yeah, on the upper part of the screen, you may ensure the accuracy of your details. So you can click that one and check the details, whether they are accurate and updated as well. So please note that you need to get ready, or you need to upload the front and back of your NRIC or birth certificate whenever you need to use the Hey Ali app for telemedicine services. Okay, so tap on Pay Ali for you to complete the final setup, and you may enter in the next window or tab your credit card or debit card details to complete the setup. Now for the subsequent logins, right, you may just tap the Hey Ali from your Great Benefits app. So you will be seeing there the icon for Hey Ali. Simply tap on that and you will be redirected to Hey Ali app for the telemedicine page without having to log in again. So telemedicine or the Hey Ali, this will be suitable for teleconsultation for certain conditions. So for those acute conditions such as flu, cold, cough, or sore throat, this kind of conditions, you can actually utilize this teleconsultation for you to see doctor and get medicines and have it delivered at your doorstep. Okay, for as long as it's not emergent medical condition, you may use the teleconsultation. But of course, if it's really an emergent case or you really need to see a doctor physically, please do so. As Hey Ali, the doctors or health professionals will also make a clinical decision whether the telemedicine consultation is suitable for you based on their assessment during the consultation. They will definitely inform you as well. Okay. Now, moving on with the frequently asked questions. So some of you might have in mind these questions right now. So allow us to share with you more details. So first question, are there any changes in the insured members? As we have mentioned earlier, there are no major changes in the insured benefits except for removal of the co-payment at visits to A&E departments of government restructured hospital, which is this is a benefit enhancement for the new policy year. Now, for those members who have incurred a claim on 30th September 2022, but unable to submit under the MediHub, what should I do? Now, for claims incurred up to 30th September, please submit to IHP your claims documents. So that includes your claim form, the tax invoices, or the receipts with your visits. So you can submit that via email at claims@ihp.com.sg. Now, for any queries related to your claims as well, incurred up to 30th September 2022, you may also contact the IHP at 6715-9422. Now, please note that IHP contact will remain open only for the month of October 2022. So in case you have a pending claim that you haven't submitted, please submit them via this email address that we're flashing in the screen, and make sure that you contact IHP should you have any questions about the claim within the month of October. Okay. Now, in case you have a scheduled procedure in October, the question is, what should I do to apply for a letter of guarantee? As we have shared earlier on the previous slides, now that you will have access to Great Benefits app, you can request for the online LOG or letter of guarantee. Alternatively, you can also reach out to Alliance Contact Center by calling the 666-0868 for assistance as well. So again, either you can use the Great Benefits app, mobile app, for you to request for a letter of guarantee, or you can reach out to Alliance Contact Center, which is a 24/7 hotline. Okay. Now, the fourth item here, if you join the company in the month of September, you should be expecting to receive a welcome email from Great Eastern by 7th of October. So by this time, you should have received the welcome email from Great Eastern for you to refer to for the login credentials as well for the mobile app. Just in case that you haven't received that, you may let us know, or you may inform your HR about that, so that we can also look into that. So what happens if, let's say, okay, next item here, what happens if I exceed the 10 outpatient visits per year? Now, for the outpatient medical benefit, it covers each employee up to 10 outpatient visits for consultation, treatment, and medication as well. Now, for 11 to 14 visits, CERTIS self-covers employees for medical consultation fee in panel clinics, including Singapore Polyclinics and Singapore Government Restructured Hospital A&E Department. Okay, later on, we will be sharing with you on the claims procedure for the 11 to 14 GP visits.
Clint, do you mind if I
Yes.
add on? Yeah,
Sure,
so
sure.
for certain staff, your first visit to temp visit, if you're eligible for the outpatient GP claim, what happens is that you continue to make the co-payment on the spot. But for the 11 to the 14, means 11, 13, 14 visit, you will pay in full during your medical visit and use the full receipt and claim the medical consultation fee on the Great Benefit app. This is so this is the thing that I want to add on. Thank you.
Thank you, Adam. All right, so moving on to the sixth item here. So if, let's say, in case you just joined in the month of October, the usual turnaround time for the welcome email from Great Eastern is 2 weeks from your join date. So you will have to wait within the next 2 weeks for you to receive the welcome email once you join the company. Now, in case of a new joiner as well, that you haven't received the email from Great Eastern and you need to see or visit a doctor, you may do so. Please go ahead and see a doctor as necessary, but you will have to pay first for the expenses that you will be incurring at the clinic. And then after which you may just seek reimbursement once you receive the welcome email and once you are able to access the Great Benefits mobile app, right? In the Great Benefits mobile app, you can just put a remarks there that during the visit, the e-card is not available yet, so that Great Eastern or the insurance company will be able to know that the visit is actually a panel, that you've actually visited a panel clinic. However, the e-card was not available yet at the time of the visit. Okay. Now, for an existing employee or member, but have not received the welcome email also, or maybe you're facing some issues on the app, please feel free to contact the hotline for them to re-trigger the welcome email. So the number is 666-40868. So aside from that, if let's say the email address or your contact number is not correct in the mobile app, you can also rectify that by calling the same number for you to update the contact details. Right. So you might have some questions as well about the telemedicine services, which is using the Hey Ali account. Now, if in case you have an existing Hey Ali account and you cannot remember already the password, you can just simply tap on the forgot password, which you can find in the login screen. So you can just input your registered email address, and then you will be receiving an email to reset your password accordingly. Now, in terms of the age in the usage of Hey Ali is not suitable for children below 5 years old. Now, for between the age of 5 to 16, the child must be accompanied by an adult. It could be a parent, it could be the parent or guardian during the video consultation, right? Now, in terms of the duration of the waiting time, typically it's within 10 minutes, depending, of course, on the duration of each consultation. Some might be longer, but the usual waiting time is 10 minutes. And this is also the target waiting time as well of Hey Ali for them to initiate the telemedicine consultation and for you to be connected to the next available health professional. Okay, and What do you need to prepare prior to the telemedicine consultation? So I think I've also mentioned this a while ago that upon accessing the Hey Ali, just get ready with your NRIC or your birth certificate in case on hand, because the health professional may need to verify your identification before starting the teleconsultation as well. Yeah. Now, as a dependent who is accessing the mobile app, again, just to reiterate, the default password is the date of birth of the dependent, and this cannot be changed. Okay. Unlike the employee, once you successfully log in for the first time, you will have the option to change your password according to the criteria that we've shared earlier. Now, in terms of the conditions, I think we've mentioned earlier that this will be applicable for acute conditions or conditions that are listed here, as long as it's not emergency cases. Okay. Now, what are you expecting for the medical package? So now, once you utilize the Hey Ali, your medication will also be delivered at your doorstep with free delivery services. Now, your medication will be packed and fully sealed in a tamper-evident package. So, upon receiving the medication package, you are, of course, encouraged to make sure that the name is correct. It is under your name. The medication has not been tampered or defaced or torn, and it is according to the prescription given to you by the health professional, just to make sure that you are receiving the correct medicine before you actually take them as well. Now, where else you can find more information about Hey Ali? This is the link that you can refer to in case you will have more questions about this mobile app for the telemedicine services. All right, so moving on with the new workflow for GP visits. So,
Sorry, Clint.
Go ahead.
Do you mind go back to the telemedicine?
Sure.
Yeah, so just to clarify, the telemedicine Hey Ali application is only available if you are in Singapore. So if you are in Johor, do not use the Hey Ali application because the delivery of the medicine will have to go to your Singapore address. Thank you.
Thank you, Adam. All right, so for the submission of outpatient visits in excess of the 10 visits, right? Employee will have to submit the claims via the Great Benefits mobile app. So as explained earlier, but also by Adam, for visits 11, 12, 13, and 14, you may submit the claim via the app, and upon claims adjudication, if it's approved, employees will be reimbursed through the Certis payroll. If it's rejected, then you will be notified via email on the claims adjudication outcome. Alliance, which is the third-party provider, will reach out to the employees in case there will be more information or documents that will be required, and of course, you will be asked to submit accordingly. Now, there will be 2 reminder emails that will be sent out by Alliance. First is on the day 30. Second is in day 60. From the first email requesting the information. So claim will be closed on day 90 in case they will not receive any information from you. So the case will be closed after on the day of 90 on the 90th day. Okay. Now for the contact details, now this is the new point of contact that you can referred to. It's mmb@rhythm.asia for sending us an email in terms of the query of request for your insurance claims, benefit increase, and LOG request as well. So alternatively, the contact number is 666-40868. All right, so I think this is this is my last slide for tonight. So maybe we'll try to open the floor should you have any questions.
Feel free to type your question onto the chat. We will address them. Any question you have about how you claim or okay. Clint, we have a first question in on LOG.
Adam, maybe I can take the question.
Okay,
The
sure.
question is asked is in what situation will I have to submit a LOG? So LOG refers to a letter of guarantee. So this LOG is basically for you to, when you need to admit to Singapore hospital for any medical treatment. And then, normally when you you want to go for any surgery, right? The doctor or the hospital will require you to pay a deposit. So this letter of guarantee is actually to waive your deposit into the hospital. Okay, I saw. So I think Adam, there's a question asking, how long would it be if it's a claim go to the Thursday's payroll? How long do I have to wait? So I guess it's actually on the next payroll, right? Am I right?
So
Yeah.
this will dependent on when you submit the claim and when it is approved. It is approved before the 15th day of the month, will be the current month. If it is approved in the next after the 15th day of the month, it will be the following month payroll. Hope this answers your question.
Yeah, thank you, Adam. How to check if I'm eligible for this benefits? So actually, you can log in to the mobile app. You'll be able to see your entitled benefits. Which panel clinic can I go to see the doctor? So basically, we have the panel listing, which is actually, if you download, you're able to find using the clinic locator to find the clinic which is nearest to you. Or if you're not well and you're at home and you can't go out on the weekends, then you can use the Hey Ellie for a tele consult, means the video kind of consult to see a doctor. So another question by asking about for telemedicine, how can I know if they got the specific medicine I need? So normally they will actually prescribe that based on your condition. You can also check with them over the teleconsult. Yeah. And then how long does it take to generate a letter of guarantee? So if you so basically, if it's like an emergency, definitely is it within 1-2 days you are able to generate. Otherwise, you'll be between 5 to 7 working days. Yeah.
Sorry,
So
for emergency LOG, it will be within 4 hours upon
4 hours, yeah.
Yeah, correct. When you
Yeah.
call emergency, meaning if let's say you need to go to the hospital, correct, life-threatening, and you go to the hospital,
yeah.
You call the hotline, then there will be emergency. That will be within 4 hours.
Yeah.
Sorry, if I may add, for emergency LOG, please call the hotline. Do not use the eLOG function in the mobile app and do not email. So in case of any life-threatening emergency LOG, please call.
Yeah, thank you, Yana. In any Mutu ask, is any way to know that our claim is approved or not? I think you are able to check from the Great Eastern app itself whether the claim is approved or not. And then what are the hospitals that's called as government restructured hospital? Have the list. We can share the list and then we can post it. It's actually the government hospital in Singapore. Is this benefit applicable to contract staff less than 1 year or 1 year with the company?
Not for now.
No, right?
Yeah,
no.
no.
Yeah, I think it's much more than 1 year. I have invoice before October 2022. Can I put up a claim? We need to know is if it's incurred on and before 30th of September. Claim, can I trouble you to flash the slide whereby they can actually, if it's on and before 30th of September, you can actually send to IHP and this will be open for the month of October. Is there any claims process for non-panel clinics or non-panel not? So, okay, to answer a question, this will depends on your benefits entitlement that you're entitled to. So not everyone is actually allowed to go non-panel. Majority will actually be encouraged to go to the panel clinics, which I have mentioned earlier, using the clinic locator. May I know, does this cover dental treatment? Basically, dental itself is not covered under the GHS policy unless there's emergency. Then you need some treatment needed for your dental treatment. Then to repair or this due to accident, then it can be claimed under the emergency under the GHS. But normal dental is not covered. Like normal kind of cleaning, all that is not covered. Will I receive a copy of this presentation slides? Adam, correct me, I'm not, you'll be sharing, these slides will be
Yeah,
shared.
let me
yeah.
share.
Yeah.
The deck will be put up on Allegro
Mm.
itself under the benefit segment, but not for now. We will put up by end of the month.
Yeah. Another question is asked, how is procedure for claim to government and restructured? You have to pay first and seek reimbursement by the Great Benefits app. There's a few drop down and you just click on accordingly. Ho Chin, hello, hi.
Uchin, I'm assuming you're asking about what if you can't get through the number for the contact center. So for the contact center, if let's say there's any case that you're unable to get through, we will actually ask you to leave a voicemail. Someone from the contact center team will call you back.
Yeah. So another question by Crystal is that I have a referral from a panel clinic. Will it be covered or do I have the charges? If you are saying, I don't really get the question. Crystal, are you saying that do we pay for the referral letter? Because if you need to see a specialist itself, if your plan allows you, covers you, you're entitled for a specialist plan, then of course the specialist treatment will be covered. I saw this Burpari asking, once I open the grade is, sorry, I can't get the question. So foreign staff under PC eligible for outpatient? Lisa has this question. So basically it depends on your entitlement or not every of the employees is actually eligible for the GP cover or outpatient. Can dependent make their own claim for okay, so I think your question is asking can dependents submit their own claim? So the question is no. Clint, can I trouble you to go back to the slides on reiterate again? So dependent, right, they can only use the clinic locator, e-card or the and also the telemedicine that's shown on the screen. So for employee, you have the claims for dependents. Employee has to submit on behalf of the dependent. This question asking where to show my MC. Is this to be submitted to the HR? Or I don't really get the question. Or is it during telemedicine, the doctors will actually prescribe you if you are eligible, if you are using the telemedicine, they will actually prescribe you or give you an MC if you are actually, if they are certified to be not fit for work.
Kawi here, okay, to add on, the MC actually can download it from the Hey Ellie app. So.
Oh. Thank you, Kawi.
No problem.
The next question.
How do I submit 1 to 10 cases, Ellen? So Ellen, I think for each claim you have to submit individually. Telemedicine's operating hours. So basically, telemedicine is 24/7. And then how long does it take for medicine to arrive? Kawi, is about, can you help me on this question? Is it within 4 hours?
Yes, within 3 hours. Actually, there's a time slot for you to actually choose it.
Oh, yeah, I recall. Yeah. Okay, so
sorry, I go back to Alan's question. I think Alan, you're asking for how to submit the 1st to 10th GP visit.
My apologies.
Visit, please submit via Great Benefits app as well. So for all from 1 to 10 as well as 11 to 14, please all submit via the Great Benefits app. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Yana. Yeah, I missed the question. Yeah, and then so Fazia is asking, So for LG, only when there's need to be hospital, then we apply. Yes, Fazia. So basically, the letter of guarantee is for you. So, or to be so-called for the waiver of the deposit when you need medical treatment in the Singapore hospital. So letter of guarantee cannot be used in JB or overseas country because only Singapore hospital itself will recognize the letter of guarantee. So I hope I answer your question. There's a question asking consult specialist doctor how much can claim. This one will depends on your entitlement itself.
For this, the respective staff, you go to your Great Benefit app, go and click
Thanks.
on claim, and then there will be your entitlement.
Yep. Thanks, Adam.
Sorry, Alice, before you go on, going back to the question on the telemedicine, Hey Ali operating hours, if you can go to the FAQ, the teleconsultation operating hours is actually Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And then for Saturday and Sundays, it's 8 a.m. to 12 noon, excluding public holidays. Thank you. Alice, could you please continue?
Thank you, Yana. Okay, so so Elise is asking, they'll send HR a list of reminder. Will Great Eastern send to? Elise, what kind of reminders are you referring to? Because if there's maybe you can share more. Okay, so in here, Alice, what's the user password as I cannot? Okay. Clay, can I trouble you to go back to the, yeah. So this is how you actually has to use the user ID, and of course the default password is the day, month, and then followed by year format. Will teleconsult be counted as the normal physical visit? Yes, it's part of the 10 visits that you're entitled to. How much insurance a SO is covered?
For this question, you have to check on your Great Benefit app, click on claim, your entitlement will be in there.
Thank you. And then my next question is, my app didn't show exactly nearby and here alley. So did you, if you want to use the clinic locator, you need to switch on your
GPS.
GPS. Sorry, thank you.
You need to switch on the GPS and also allow permission for the app to function the GPS location on your phone for that specific app.
Thank you. No, asking, is it advisable to stay home if we're cold? Yes, teleconsult will be better. Consult will be delivered on the day itself. Yes, there's a time slot for you to choose also. Can I request LG for MRI? No, I do not think so. You can request a MRI, LG for MRI. It's mainly more for surgery. Kawei, am I right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Correct. MRI under the specialist covers. Okay, so to just more elaborate more for LGs, day surgery, you also can if day surgery done in the hospitals, regardless of private or restructured hospital, the LOG also can be triggered. Okay, but not for the clinics, because as mentioned by Alice, the LOG are not accepted by the clinics, only accepted by the hospitals.
Correct. Thank you. Let me see. Did I?
The next question is from Bhavesh. What about A&E? Not really sure what's the question here, but yes, there is A&E coverage. So like mentioned, please go to your Great Benefits app to see what's your limits applicable. For the next question, I think, Adam, we would need your help from Anthony. I was contracted 6 months, but it was renewed twice, currently over 1 year already. So am I covered?
Yes, Anthony is covered.
Thank you, Adam. From Su Hyang, if my medical bill is $70, will the reimbursement be $65, $5 being copay, or the $45 limit? So the $45 limit for the panel doctors will apply.
Yes.
And then additionally, you will need to pay $5 copay.
Can I purchase thanks, Yana. Can I purchase a hospital plan under my own as a foreign employee? So I guess you I mean, you can actually purchase your own individual policy from any insurer. And of course, you're subject to the terms and conditions of the insurance company. if we visit to several department within, I think within it, do you consider as one visit? This is actually for GP claim itself is actually a visit per day, but of course you're capped at the 10 visit for the year for panel itself. So will wisdom 2 extraction need, so no, you'll not be covered under, as mentioned earlier, because this is part of dental. In the event my spouse bring my kids to the doctor, will she be able to view the e-card? Actually, she, as mentioned earlier, right? Clint, can you show the dependent one? She can actually, yeah, download and then have the own so-called access to the app itself. Yeah. Thank you, Ho Chin. I have already been insured with Great Eastern for many years. Can I make a claim to GE? The claim under the group hospital and surgical must be medically required and subject to a TNC. So dependent coverage for local bobo. Dependent coverage is only for employees that joined before 1st October 2012. For the time being, can just visit and claim. So on the app. So for the time can just claim. Shirley is asking, right? So basically, you are for the so-called the first 10 visit itself, you'll be using the Great Benefit apps, and then from the 11 to 14 visits itself, then you claim under our also
Great Benefits app as well. So there's no more claim process under Allegro.
Correct. Thank you,
That's
Anna.
clear.
Yeah. So MediHub disable our user ID. Yes, MediHub will no longer be used because you are using the Great Benefits app. Yeah. Thank you. I have a referral letter from Polyclinic on September 2022 to see us at next gen. Will this be yes, this will be valid. Yeah, Kawe. If it's the same if it's the same condition, continuing.
The referral letters validities will be valid for a year.
Thank
so
you.
if let's say your visit is more than after a years of the from the referral letter issue date, then sorry to say that you need to go to a GP to get a referral again. Okay.
Ho Chin, yes, you can call our Clint, can you show the contact details for everybody at the call if they do have any question? Maybe I'll take a pause here. You can take take a screenshot of the number to call or to send us an email. Is community hospital covered under this? Good question. Kawi, can you help me with this question on community hospital?
Yes. It's covered.
Thank you.
Okay, if let's say there's admission to a community hospital, is also covered.
Yeah, thank you. The user ID and password as per Great Benefit Station does not work to log in into the app.
So we'll flash again the user ID and password. Clean, if you may go back. So
thank
any
you.
issues, Satis team, if let's say you have any issues moving forth, logging in into the app for any reasons, for either Hey Ally or Great Benefits, please call our contact number, like what Clean mentioned earlier, either the hotline by call or by email.
Yep, thank you. So can I check again the medical benefit? Is this for all employees regardless of the month joined? Yes, this you'll be entitled to. Of course, you must be a full-time employees, and then for contract employees must be more than a year. Then you can check your Great Benefits app for the benefits that you're entitled to. Jaden asks, for 1st to 10 claim submission to panel GP, do we select as official? I seen the option for basically for the first 10 is actually there's a limit of $45 per visit. So for the app to submit is for the app itself is mainly for the consultation visit from the 11 to the 14.
Just to add on Kawi here, okay. So for the first to 10 claims,
Visit.
right, for GP visits, right, actually is cashless. Okay,
Thank
but
you.
just take note that there's a limit of $45 and also a copay. So if your visit actually more than that, you need to pay on the spot. Okay,
Thank you, Kawi.
yeah, no problem.
If I may add, just in case you are a new hire and you haven't received the welcome email and you don't have the e-card as well at hand and you need to see the doctor, you may do so and just seek a reimbursement. Now, for that case, if you visit a panel GP, you can also submit via the Great Benefits app. But however, you will have to select a non-panel GP. But under the remarks, you will need to put in there a remarks that the e-card is not available yet during the visit, and maybe you can also include the new hire date for insurance reference. Correct me if I'm wrong, Carvey.
Yeah, you're correct.
Thank you.
Okay, there's a question asked, PLE asked me to add a card. Is it my bank card? It's actually your the credit card details. So here Ali choose wrongly as member login, how to delete and login with corporate email, corporate login. Kawi, can you help me on this question on the login?
Actually, you can log out and then you choose to the corporate logins again. Just to be reminded, okay, once you actually log into the member logins, right, you click on right, unless you are willing to pay yourself. If not, right, please log out again and then log into the corporate logins again. Why I say so is because this Hey Ali apps actually is a public apps, okay? So if let's say a member do not have any insurance, right, they still can actually log in, register themselves via this Hey Ali, but they need to pay the all the costs incurred for the telemed themselves. Okay,
Thank you.
so just remember to click on the corporate logins. Okay,
Thank you, Kawi.
no problem.
Roshanti is asking, can Singaporean request for LOG? Yes, you can. It's actually for insured members that usually cover under the policy that so it's actually for admission into the Singapore hospital for medical treatment. So when do we receive the OTP? So only that means when you actually log in and then they need to verify and they will send the OTP to you. I think it's like within the next few minutes you normally receive. So are any of these benefits applicable to temp staff starting from July 2022 to 25th November? Adam, can you help me with this question? I think this one is these benefits are not applicable to temp staff. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Correct, yeah. Temp staff is not eligible for Great
Thank you.
Benefit app,
Yeah.
but they can claim the medical consultation on Allegro app.
Thank you, Adam. My referral letter from GP to SP, can I claim or I need to take can I claim or I need to take a referral letter from the polyclinic? This will actually depends on your benefit itself and under which plan you're covered.
But maybe if I can just add in, so the referral letter can come from both private GP as well as polyclinics.
Thank you, Yana. So NUH is considered as a government restructured hospital.
Yes.
Thank you. How much will the max claim for referral to hospital? So for referral itself, the letter, if you're referring to, that means the doctor's memo that you ask them to write, this one cannot be claimed. But of course, you can claim for your consultations and when you see a specialist, if your benefits allow you to do so. So what is the password for Hey Ali? We need to go back again on that.
So for Crystal's question on the maximum amount of claim, that one you can go to your Great Benefit app. The claim entitlement is within as well. We have final 3 questions. Let's finish that.
Yeah, I think is it compulsory to pay? Yes, I think if you want to use the Hey Ali, is you have to key the credit card itself. But if you're at the panel clinics, you can pay by cash.
If I may add in here, the credit card is actually required because there's a co-payment component, as well if let's say there is any ineligible items. For example, during the telemedicine, you actually ask the doctor to actually prescribe you supplements and vitamins, which is not covered by the insurance. This will be deducted from the credit card or debit card that you enter into the Hey Ali. Alice,
Does
next
it,
question.
yeah, if my entitlement is B1, will I be reimbursed with incentive if I opted for C class in government and community hospital? If your entitlement is B1, it depends on your plan itself. So for the hospital cash allowance, there's need to be a so-called a downgrade of the your entitlement, and also the stay must be continuously for the entire period of hospital stay, and must be you must be a Singaporean or a Singaporean or a Singaporean PR. Can I use the Great Benefits e-card at the counter before payment at A&E?
Answer is yes for the selected government and restructured hospitals. They are recognizing the e-cards, okay, but not for the private hospitals.
Yeah, thanks, Cover. It's mainly only selected A&E in Singapore itself, and only for the government hospital A&E. How you categorize as temp staff, contract staff based, contract based also treat as temp staff? Eden, do you want to help me with this question? Claudia is asking.
Sorry, I missed the question. Wait, how do you
Holding.
categorize as temp? So is contract staff also treat as temp staff? As long as you're a staff, there's not more than 1 year, you will not be eligible for this Great Benefit app. But if you're a staff of more than 3 months contract, you will be entitled to claim your medical consultation fee on Allegro app.
Sivaku is asking, I called GE few days ago to check about walk-in in NUH. They say NUH and Ng Teng Fong hospitals are pay and claim. So basically, Yakawe, sorry, you want to say something?
Okay, yes. Siva, okay, may I know that which hotline you are calling to? Okay, according to my understanding, right, if let's say you walk into restructured hospital, which is the 2 hospitals you mentioned is a restructured and government hospitals, right? If let's say you presented your e-cards and then you want to seek for a specialist visits, right, they actually will grant you a cashless. Okay, so that's why I need to know who actually you are calling.
Yep.
It should be cashless, yes.
Yeah, it is cashless, but in any case, you can also contact us for any question. So contract staff eligible for this benefit. So basically, you must be with a contract staff for more than a year, you will then be eligible for this benefit. Okay, in a situation where employee is unconscious and need to be admitted, how do they? Definitely, of course, in that case, then the person is unconscious, has to seek for treatment first, then it will not be possible to apply a LOG unless the family members notify the HR, and then we can see how do we help from there. I think yeah.
So thanks. That's all the questions that we have for tonight. So before we close, I just want to flash again the number that you can call, as well as the email that you can contact. Any questions with regards to your app, let's say there's any issues, any benefits, claims, inquiries, please feel free to call into this number.
All right. If not, thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Have a good night.
Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Thank you,
Take
everyone.
care.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks.
Thanks.